interesting one, man. There's not because this next topic introduces us to one of my dear friends, and we all know who it
Luke.
is. It's everyone's favorite guy, the guy that we all love. Your boy Nate, your
That's your
boy
boy.
It's your
Oh,
Nate
boy as
thank
well.
God. I thought you were gonna say
flipping
Ronaldo.
Oh
Mar,
my
man.
gosh.
Your boy flipping Nate flipping Mar. So, what is the point of a loan? I don't want to just throw it at the door. I will give you guys the opportunity to talk. So, what we are now hearing is Barcelona are now looking to loan Neymar. So
Oh, that's
sorry.
smart.
Sorry. PSG are looking to loan Neymar to Barcelona. Why? What's the point? How does that work? Why would they do that?
Wait, what?
What
Wait,
the
from
hell?
whose perspective? From whose perspective, though?
No.
I
As in
mean,
like,
for Barcelona, it's a
Both
good
both
deal
wait,
guys.
wait,
considering
wait, wait,
they
wait,
can
no.
loan him and then buy
Chill.
Messi.
I'll give you guys. I'll give you guys the floor. Let me just give my thoughts, then I will give you guys the floor. From my view is, from PSG's point of view, if you're loaning him, does that mean that you still want to get him back? That's my thing. And from Barcelona's point of view, isn't the whole aren't you trying to plan for when Messi leaves, of when he retires? Because the plan was always when they first initially got to Neymar, the plan was always we Neymar is going to take over Messi. Neymar is going to be the guy that will pretty much take up the mantle once Messi now moves on. But if you're only getting him for a loan, then it's like, what? That makes no sense. So let me give it to the floor. So A1, loan, good idea, bad idea. What's your view on PSG loaning Neymar to Barcelona?
Well, if Barcelona can't buy Neymar right now with the money, loan's a good deal for them as well. I'm pretty sure they'll put in a loan to buy as well. And with PSG as well, I think PSG has just had enough of him. Considering yesterday with the whole celebration and stuff, he felt awkward. Sometimes he's in the picture, sometimes getting pushed out. He clearly doesn't want to be there, innit? And it will be embarrassing for PSG if Neymar's still there when the transfer window shuts. And it's like, you clearly got a player who's world class, is clearly unhappy, and you're there at PSG and he's not playing. So a loan deal for both clubs would be good for them.
All right. Abdullah.
For me, I don't think a loan should be an issue because, firstly, why did Barca want to buy Neymar back? You guys sold him to PSG, and you want to loan him
Abdullah,
back.
they need him. They need him. You Coutinho is crap. Cannibal is garbage. So they need him.
Okay, they need Neymar, right? But what is the assurance that when they get Neymar, he's not gonna get injured by February or March?
There
What's
we
gonna
go.
be the assurance?
There we go.
So what's gonna be the assurance? I'm gonna pay that kind of huge money for Neymar, and it comes to quarterfinals, round of 16, and they get injured out of the season. So the money I spent has already gone out of the water. That's gonna be an issue. And I think I had yesterday Leonardo talking about I had Baka having a conversation with PSG about getting Neymar. Hey, if PSG are wise, they should tell Baka, give me Dembele, give me Continue, then
Yes.
get Neymar. That's
No,
it.
no, no, no. Not continue. Keep
What?
continue. Get Us.
Yeah,
Yes.
give me Dembele, give me Coutinho,
Nah,
and give me
nah.
just like 90 and get Neymar. I'm done with
Wow.
it.
Damn.
Because
Chill.
Leonardo said I want Neymar situation to be resolved by August the 9th. Once it's August the 11th, if Neymar is not resolved, he's not leaving PSG. He said it publicly. And I want his situation to be resolved by August the 9th. That's next week Wednesday. He wants it resolved ASAP.
Okay. All right.
So if it's not resolved, he said Neymar is not going nowhere. So they have to gather money. I don't know where they're gonna get it. Maybe they're gonna borrow the money, loan the money. I have no idea. They just want to get Neymar. I don't know. It's their choice. I don't think
Okay.
it's a wise idea. I don't think so.
All right. So, okay, now before we go to Ahmed, you know what? I have to be wise here. Like as I said again, if you put in a super chat, I will read out your super chats. But if your super chat crosses the line too much, I'm gonna have to just say no to the super chats. But this is definitely being dicey. Mane, I think you have an enemy. So the chose one with a £2 super chat says Nottingham Forest are greater than City. And he also says that a local crackhead is greater than your mom, than Mane's mom. So,
Listen, young one.
Facts. Let's
I
not
have
say
I have a
that.
question for young one. I have a question for
Facts.
young one.
Facts.
Is your mom still cheating on me?
oh my god. You see,
That's the best you got.
you see this.
Is
See
your
this is
mom
just going.
cheating?
It's a
Wow.
very dark water. Let's get back
on
to
you or cheating
football.
with you?
Let's get back to football. All right. So Ahmed, loan deal. What's the point? Is should Barcelona go for the loan deal or should they go for the straight to buy?
For PSG, they shouldn't do it because you have Neymar either get money, a lot of money, because they can milk that, they can milk the value for Neymar, or get the players because money isn't a problem for PSG. They have all that oil money, but they can just what they have to do is just get like do Dembele or other players from Barcelona because they need more players. They don't need the money, and if Barca isn't willing to do that, they can just sit Neymar on the bench the whole season. Because if Barcelona can't afford him and they aren't willing to give players to get Neymar, PSG shouldn't get rid of him for a season. Because think about it, Barcelona would be a lot better with Neymar, and PSG wouldn't be able to benefit from him. So it's a really bad deal for PSG's perspective if they give him out on loan to Barcelona.
Okay. FG. Okay.
You didn't call his name properly. His name's LG.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
wait. Yeah.
Now he responds, see?
Okay. LG then.
Oh,
Talk.
He responded.
Look,
Wait,
LG,
okay.
FG, MG. Just talk, bro.
Yeah. For Barca, I think Barcelona. I think this. I mean, the loan deal is perfect. I mean, they don't have to pay any money, and then they can just buy him next season. So it's a good fit. It's a good thing for Barca. PSG, I don't know. I think they should never sell. I think they should never make a deal with Barca ever again, considering that's a criminal, corrupt club. So I think they should do with Neymar. I think they should do a swap deal with Juventus, Neymar and Dybala. Win-win for both teams. So that's what PSG should do. Get Dybala for Neymar.
That'll be the biggest heist of all time.
Alco, did you call? I mean, HH, did you call me? Sorry.
No. So Ford.
Yeah, I agree with everything that A1 said already. There isn't really much to add. Like again, there's no idea that they're gonna do a loan and then he's gonna go straight back to PSG again. We've seen in the modern era, whenever someone has a loan at this kind of level of the game, they always end up going to that team the year after. It's just to facilitate enough money for the moves. Whether it's been Mbappe to PSG or Kovacic or Morata or anybody's gone on loan, they're gonna complete the move the next year. So the only thing from PSG's point of view is they need to somehow find a way to get something in return. So whether they can then in that loan deal also get a swap and then get Titi in or get Dembele in, and yeah, I think they would definitely go for that. Not Coutinho. Coutinho needs to stay put in Barcelona. He stay put on that bench. But yeah, definitely, PSG definitely need to for the dressing room morale. And yeah, make Mbappe the main man of that dressing room and then push it behind him because they're not going to be doing anything serious if they're going to have Neymar cold and bench or they maybe playing a couple games here or there in the Champions League because that's not good for the squad morale. And if you're going to win the Champions League, which is what their aim is to be, then you're not going to be doing it with all of that drama going on in the background.
Okay. Hardcore. Jalen.
Yeah, the loan deal is the only option for Barcelona right now because they can't afford him. And I think if Neymar comes to Barcelona, Barcelona definitely has to be considered the #1 Champions League favorite.
Wow. Okay.
And,
No.
for
Okay.
PSG,
But Jalen, let me ask you this: how confident are you that, Jalen? So how confident are you that Neymar will be fit for the entire season? Then.
that's a good question, but I think at Barcelona, they definitely restricted him from going out late and staying up late and
And the
things like
doctors
that.
too, man.
Hey,
What?
FG, don't go there. Come on, don't go there. Jalen, continue.
Yeah, and at Barcelona, he didn't get injured, at this time. So something at PSG definitely went wrong for him. I think it's player power, something like that. For PSG, I think this is bad because they're losing a top 3 player in the world, and either way, I still don't think they would win the Champions League with Neymar.
All right, okay. Before I go to Juju Man, now this is what I'd like to see. The Chose one with another super chat says, Mane, I'm sorry. It's 2019. I've changed. Peace is greater than war. So, Mane, do you accept his apology?
Don't.
Nah, fuck that nigga.
Days.
What a dub, dude. What a dub.
Okay.
Oh my.
Moving on swiftly.
Oh my.
Moving on very swiftly.
This guy.
Jujuman, please. Loan deal.
Oh,
Does a loan deal work for Barcelona? And if Neymar goes to Barca, do they make them the favorites automatically?
yes. Like Barcelona will be overwhelmingly like they'll be way ahead of everyone if they get Neymar. And with Neymar,
Way ahead.
if you-
Relax.
Yeah, they'll be way ahead of everyone because Neymar is. I mean, he has the potential. Like he's a great player. And what's it called? If I was PSG, the wisest thing to do is to take like Coutinho and Dembele. Just do a direct swap because like if you sell Neymar, trust me, PSG are not winning Champions League without Neymar. That's just like they're not going to touch that Champions League without Neymar. So the best option is to just get two other players like Coutinho and Dembele, and you can do better. They'll be better. They'll be better off.
Can I quickly interject to ask a question?
Yeah.
But you've been very critical of Coutinho, so why do you want
Yeah.
PSG to get him?
Because he's like at least he's an additional player. Because if they just sell Neymar and don't get in, I mean,
They
it's
need
guaranteed
someone
they're
back.
not touching.
They need someone back. Yeah, they need someone back.
Yeah, because
But
it's
you,
like,
you get the Oos, and then you have a front three of Cavani, the Oos,
No,
and,
but you-
and then
you-
Mbappe,
just-
or
just
is it not Di
start.
Maria?
No,
have
but just
Sarabia.
stack. You never know. Coutinho might just work. You just get as much as you can. Because the worst thing they can do, give him a loan. Because that is guaranteed. PSG are not touching that Champions League. They're not touching it without Neymar. Like it's guaranteed. But if they get other players now, no one knows. No one knows what. Like they're unpredictable.
Facts.
No one will know about them.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, that's it.
Liverpool, everybody.
No, I prefer to see Neymar suffer. I mean, he wanted to go and be a part of that project. You gotta sit there and suck it up. Pause. So I mean, this is not even a topic. No disrespect that I'm even concerned about. I mean, Neymar wanted to go there. He has to stay there. And I think somebody said if he went to Barcelona, that's they're automatically favorites to win the Champions League. I don't see it that way. But stay at PSG and try to work it out.
No. For me, I think look, as I said again, for if Neymar goes back to Barcelona, then it shows that you're a loser and you're a chump because
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh wait, no, it's not like it just
No,
doesn't
he's-
like
he-
it.
no,
Like,
wait.
It didn't work out. Like we make
Let-
mistakes in life.
let's
we make mistakes in life.
not
We are
not like
perfect.
this, not like this.
The incest was the mistake.
For
buddy.
me, for
No,
me,
we're not perfect. Like, if he made a mistake,
Okay.
you can
Allegedly.
correct it.
Okay. Hardcore. Hit it. Hardcore.
okay, yeah, I'm the last one yet again, but okay, fair enough.
No, you're
For
not.
me
He
personally,
missed it.
What the fuck is with this depressing?
Look at hardcore. Just
I'm
talk.
the
Just
last-
talk.
I'm the last one
Just
once
talk.
again. What the fuck?
let me talk. Let me talk.
God
So
damn, that was depressing.
the thing is, I think Neymar. I don't know because when I was watching the Super Cup yesterday, the French Super Cup, he
Wow,
felt
watch the
upset
French
when
Super Cup.
I think Mbappe scored that second goal. You see, so I think
Oh no, he didn't celebrate. He didn't celebrate. He didn't celebrate.
Wait. Let him talk.
everything
Let him talk.
I think for me, I don't see him moving because Barcelona, if they buy him, they're gonna go in depth. I think they're gonna freeze him out.
No,
I
chill.
think he's gonna play for the under 23 PSG team.
That's
Legend, my man.
And to be honest, it's not me being mean, but it's just like, bro,
That's
like
his level.
he's been so like how do you say lazy, he doesn't want to stay fit, he doesn't want to be serious about football, he wants to go partying. So like when you do that and the board doesn't believe in you, like the only option that I can see, and then the team Barcelona don't want to sign you, and they're afraid they're gonna go in depth. I could only see you go to the under 19 team, the under 23 team, or one of these youth academies.
Okay. All right. Hardcore. Okay. All right. Good. Nish.
Okay, so this is actually like a good deal for both teams, but for different reasons. For Barcelona, it's more about immediate gratification. I think they want to win the Champions League within the next 3 seasons, and during this Messi era, this Messi tenure, they want to give Messi another Champions League, and Messi wants that Champions League. So the best way that they feel to do that is to get Neymar back. Neymar, I think would fit in seamlessly into the system because he's already played there. He has a good relationship with Messi even after these couple of years. And so I think with Neymar and the personality that he brings, if they rotate him and keep him fit for the whole season, I think their chances of winning the Champions League would go up tremendously. For PSG, it's more of a long-term benefit thing. They're not going to win the Champions League this season. They're probably not going to win the season after. But the fact of the matter is that PSG are a team that need to improve in several positions. And if Neymar were to first get a loan, I think he would definitely commit to a full-on transfer the season after. And PSG would get a lot of money in return, which they can use to buy a DM, which they need desperately, a box-to-box midfielder, another winger. Possibly maybe that's Dembele, maybe it's not, maybe it's Coutinho, somebody. Some reinforcements in defense, a replacement for Thiago Silva, better wingbacks. I think they've learned that in order to win the Champions League, you have to improve steadily and then become more consistent, and then finally you can take that next step and win the final. So that's the sort of mentality that Leonardo, the sporting director, is bringing at PSG. And it's an open secret that Leonardo doesn't get along with Neymar because Neymar's personality and his superstar mentality is getting in the way of this vision that Bernardo has. So there's some friction between those two in the dressing room.
Okay.
So yeah, dude, And last thing, is that I'm finally glad we're getting a world class left winger in La Liga since Cristiano left, because all we've been dealing with are Burger Kings. So.
Down. All right.
Okay.
Right, Rahimski.
Why do PSG need the money though?
Wait. Chill. Ramsky.
I mean, let's be honest. If PSG loan Neymar back to Barca, they're basically showing the world. They're setting a precedent for themselves that if you're a superstar, you can get away with anything at that club. That's a tap on the wrist. I mean, if you're loaning him, he's going to be purchased the year after. It is what it is. For Barcelona, I mean, you're setting a precedent that you can cause trouble as well and come back no problem as long as you're good enough, which is fine. I mean, in the world of football, these top talents are very rare to come by. But for PSG, it would just look disgusting for the club. I mean, the organization's already looked pretty bad lately, and I don't think they would want to do that to themselves. I think for Neymar, though, staying at PSG would be a bad look, just because of the way the club has treated him. And his overall narrative in world football has steadily declined, especially since that last World Cup. I think for Neymar,
no longer top 3 or top 5 in the world, but carry on.
Yeah, I mean, I would still say he's the top talent, but I mean, the way his career's panned out, it's looking a little tough to defend that.
Decline.
Yeah, I mean, for him, I think the best course of action. I mean, of course, he's welcome at Real Madrid, but the best of course of action is to reassess his options and maybe consider a new club besides PSG and Barca.
All right. Manny.
Okay, but
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think Neymar, he has to go. He has to leave PSG. But if he leaves, he should go to maybe Real Madrid. Or if worse things, if he can't find a home, Man United, I suppose, would take him. But
What?
for the worst thing
Oh
for
my
him would
days,
be
this
to go
guy,
back
bruv.
to go back to Barcelona, because that would just be like an admission of defeat. It's like I have to go back to my daddy Messi because I can't win anything without Messi. That's what it would be if he goes back to Barcelona. So he has to, if he wants to leave PSG, he has to go somewhere else that's not Barcelona. Otherwise, that'll be his whole legacy. It'll be he couldn't do anything without Messi. He left. He failed 3 consecutive seasons, and then
That's
he's
true,
coming
that's true.
back now to
It's
assume
not true.
assume what he was before.
That's
So
not a bad thing.
it's a terrible thing for him, because once he go back to Barcelona, that's guaranteed he'll never win Ballon d'Or.
legacy.
Wait,
Ever.
response.
Messi's gonna retire.
Wait, no,
before Neymar,
response.
right?
Wait, look.
He's not
Wait,
unless
look.
Messi somehow chooses to retire, which
wait,
I don't
look,
think
look.
Okay,
there's
Jimmy,
any reason why.
Yeah, but response. Wait, I have a opposite view. I don't think going back to Barca will be the best decision right now in Neymar's career. One reason is what's it called? It just didn't work out. It didn't work out.
So he failed. So he failed.
No,
It
doesn't
shows that he's a
fail.
failure.
Why can't he go to a different
No,
team?
Judge man, he shows that he's a failure. No, Judge man.
No, he's not a
If
failure.
if
Okay,
if
but
you made a
yes, he
big deal,
failed. Yes,
if you
he
made a
failed.
big
He
deal
failed
going to
that way.
PSG, and you're now running back to Barcelona because you said,
Yeah,
"Oh, I'm too good for them,"
yes.
it shows that you're a failure.
No, like this was yeah. He's a failure, Double H. But it's like if
Thank
you
you.
make a mistake, no, yeah. If you make a mistake, like you can write it off. Like you
No,
don't
you
have to
can't.
just like it's not over. It's not over. His career is not over. He has at least 5 years. He had 5 years
Judging
at
man,
the
he's on the
top.
decline. He's not
No.
relevant anymore. He's not relevant anymore.
Yeah, sure. I know he's not relevant, but he made a mistake. If I was Neymar, the best decision go to Barca, make a speech like Messi, apologize to the fan, like apologize to the
Like a
fan.
loser.
And-
Yeah.
no, it's not.
Like
It's not
a
a loser
loser.
mentality. It's not a loser
This,
mentality.
this guy's serious.
No. It's still. Yeah, I'm serious, guys. You have to take out your pride. You have to take out your
Yeah.
pride. You
Be
made
the
a
bigger man.
mistake. Yeah, but you made a mistake. You go apologize and. It's all
Juju,
cancelled.
why-
You made a
Juju,
mistake. It's okay.
why did
It's
he
okay
have
to
go
make
back to
mistakes.
Barca? Why can't he
No,
do
yeah,
that?
because he has good chemistry with that team. And
Also, he needs a team that
no.
actually knows how to play.
Everyone needs a good chemistry. Like you just have to like we all make mistakes. Like we're not perfect. He made a mistake. It looks like, and the best thing right now is he has to get like PSG have to sell him because it's just as Andrew said, it's a terrible environment, and he can go to Barca, apologize, and it's all good. It's all good. Like
Yep.
he made a mistake. Like it's all good.
Yeah, but anything he
You
wins is not going to
come
be
back.
credited.
Oh,
to him.
oh,
No,
oh,
it's
oh,
not.
oh,
It's credited. It's
Oh,
credited.
okay,
Like,
wait.
Barca
No,
needed
it's
him.
not.
Wait, let me
Barca needed him.
wait. Let me get this some of these super chats first, man, and then I'll get back to you guys. So, from Martin Rosario, who says, people call FG a CR7 stan and hardcore a bitter Barca hater, but never mention Juju, a Barca and Laesi D rider. Anyone else notice that this laugh my
Facts.
ass off faves by far? Okay.
Wait,
Wait, no, Juju, but let's
biggest
respond.
message.
Chill out. Let's respond. From KO Khalid, what the hell happened to Mane? Hashtag oh my goal. Well, Khalid, as I've said again, Mane is Liverpool's most important attacking player. Salah is overrated. And Mr. Adam Kamegi, thank you very much for your £1 donation. So, Juju man, you wanted to respond to that diss.
Yes, I'm not a Messi rider. Look, I think like football is limited. Like we have, when you see great players, you have to appreciate them. Like we can't just act as if this is like Messi is a great player. I have to appreciate him, and I have numbers to back that this stuff I'm saying. Because people say, I mean Ronaldo, I mean it's been finished. But not to
Five-time
bring him
Champions
up.
League winner.
No,
man.
but he's been
and
finished.
two international trophies.
That's
too,
the
something
past. That's the past. That's the past.
What?
Nations League
That's
doesn't
the
count.
past.
One of this
But,
season.
but performance-wise, he's not been among the best. But with Messi, that's why I appreciate.
Can Messi score a hat trick in his international
no.
semifinal?
Let me
Okay, let
Look,
Juju man, let him land. Let
Yeah.
Juju man land. Let him
Yeah.
land. Let him land.
Look, if you see Mbappe, he missed the goals, but I give him credit. I give even Salah, I criticize him, and I give him credit. With Messi, it's the same. Like you remember, I got abused for Messi criticism. Like he needs to do it in the Champions League. He did it, so I have nothing to say. But good stuff about the guy because he's doing it. He's backing his work, and today he made another speech. So I mean, I have to give him credit because he's actually doing what he says, and he's among the best in the world. So it's
Yeah, but I
not
think
right.
look
It's
at
just giving due credit.
look at the problem with Messi though. I mean, he recently just got a 3-month ban for talking to begin with. Where was the old Messi that didn't say anything and just played and fucking dominated?
And
No, but remember.
He's talking too much. I don't want to hear your
Are you saying he's a clone?
Remember, people criticize.
Yes.
Wait. People criticize Messi for having no personality. He didn't show any emotion.
But he's not
Now he
backing
shows
it up.
emotions.
He's not
He's criticized
backing it
again.
up. He's not
What is he
backing it
supposed
up.
to do? No,
He's not
he
backing
is.
it up.
He
Oh
is.
no!
He's
Oh, okay,
doubled
wait.
up.
Okay,
Okay,
look,
but
chill.
we're
Okay,
veering
look.
off to
Wait.
topic, but
Yeah.
We have to move on.
That was the
Chill.
response, yeah, that was the response.
We have to move on. We have to move on. But
wait, no. H.
okay, Ahmed.
If
Okay,
PSG
last points
if P-
from Ahmed. Go.
Okay, if PSG just get money and no players for Neymar, it's not worth it. PSG need players.
Okay, all right. So, but look, just to round that off, man. Look, as I said again, if Neymar goes to Barcelona and that's the best move for him, that's cool. That's fine. I've got nothing against it. But it is what it is. You've got to do whatever is best for your career. But if you go back to Barcelona, I will not have the same respect for you that I thought I had because I thought you were that dude. I thought you were going to waltz into PSG as an individual and lead them to a Champions League. And if you had done that, I would say, no, he is that dude. This guy has that call within him. So, because again, everybody, Ibra couldn't do it. That's why we're going to have an Ibra discussion about how Ibra is overrated and has never sniffed a Champions League final before. We'll have that chill. We'll have that conversation next Sunday. Relax. I told you, hashtag exposure season. Hashtag exposure season. It's going to come in full effect very soon. Just watch out.
Thank you.
That is it for this topic. And now we now have to move on to our next topic.